Italy just reminded the volleyball world why they're still the team to beat. On Wednesday in Macau, the reigning Volleyball Nations League champions blitzed through their opening quarterfinal, dismantling the Netherlands in straight sets and punching the very first ticket to the semifinals. It wasn't just a win, it was a statement, delivered in a brisk 70 minutes that left little room for doubt. Ranked number 1 in the world, Italy walked onto the court already carrying the weight of expectation. They are chasing something historic, a second straight VNL title, and a third overall. And from the opening rally, it looked like a team determined to make that chase look easy. The first set told the story of the whole match in miniature. Italy jumped out to an early 5-point cushion, the kind of start that can rattle an opponent before they've even settled in. The Dutch, to their credit, didn't fold. They clawed their way back, trimming the gap to just 2 points and giving their fans in the stands, and watching at home, a reason to believe an upset was brewing. But then Italy's captain took over. Middle blocker Danesi stepped to the service line and something shifted. What followed was a run of 5 straight points, the kind of stretch that doesn't just add to a scoreboard but drains the energy out of the team on the other side of the net. Suddenly Italy was up 21-14, and the set felt decided even though it technically wasn't over. The Netherlands kept pushing, kept fighting for every ball, but it was outside hitter Stella Nervini, just 22 years old, who calmly ended the set with a well-placed spike, sealing it 25-21. If the first set was a battle, the second was closer to a demonstration. Italy came out of the changeover and simply exploded, ripping off 7 points while conceding just 1. It was the kind of run that changes the psychology of a match entirely. The Dutch never found their footing again in that set, and Danesi, who had been so dominant behind the service line moments earlier, put a graceful finishing touch on it with a soft, perfectly placed tip. 25-16. 2 sets down for the Netherlands, and the writing was already on the wall. To their credit, the Dutch didn't come out in the third set looking like a beaten team. They grabbed an early advantage, jumping in front 3-1, and for a brief moment there was a flicker of hope that this match might stretch into a fourth set. Italy had other plans. They answered immediately with 4 consecutive points to erase that lead and take control once more. From there, the two sides traded blows in long, grinding exchanges, neither willing to give an inch. But experience and depth eventually told. Italy pulled away again, closing out the set at 25-16 and, with it, the match, a clean, clinical 3-set sweep. For the Netherlands, this wasn't a case of a team that simply didn't show up. They fought, they had moments of real quality, and their season ended with heads held high even in defeat. Elles Dambrink was the standout on the losing side, the only Dutch player to crack double digits in scoring. She finished with 13 points, adding an ace and a kill block along the way, a performance that showed exactly why she's been such a key piece for her national team all tournament long. Speaking after the match, Dambrink reflected on what her team had accomplished just by reaching this stage. She said making it to the finals was something the Netherlands could genuinely be proud of, but admitted that once you're this close, the appetite only grows for more. In her words, it stung in the moment, but there was still real pride in how far they'd come. It's the kind of honest reaction you'd expect from a competitor, disappointed to be going home, but clear-eyed about the achievement of getting to Macau in the first place. And with that, the Netherlands Nations League campaign for this season comes to a close. They'll head home to regroup, to build on what they showed here, and to come back hungrier next year. For Italy, though, the celebration is muted. There's no time to dwell on a job well done, because the job is far from finished. This is a team with a target squarely on its back, defending a crown they've now held for 2 straight years, and they've made it clear they intend to keep it. Their reward for the sweep is a spot waiting in the semifinals this Saturday. But who they'll actually face there is still very much up in the air. That answer comes from the second quarterfinal of the day, also being played in Macau, where Brazil and Japan will battle it out for the right to challenge the world's top-ranked team. That match is scheduled to serve off at 7:30 in the evening local time, 11:30 UTC for anyone tracking it from a different time zone. It's a fascinating draw for Italy to watch from the sidelines. Brazil brings power, tradition, and a roster built for exactly these high-pressure knockout moments. Japan, on the other hand, brings speed, precision, and a style of play that can frustrate even the most physically dominant teams if it clicks at the right time. Whichever side comes out on top will walk into Saturday's semifinal knowing they're facing a champion in red-hot form, one that has now looked utterly composed through the pressure of an elimination match. For now, though, all eyes are on Macau as the second quarterfinal approaches. Italy has done exactly what a defending champion is supposed to do: arrive, perform, and move on without wasting energy on a match that didn't need to go the distance. Whether that same composure carries them all the way to another title remains to be seen, but after a display like this, it's hard to bet against them. The road to a third Nations League crown continues, and so far, every step has looked remarkably easy.